It's your guy DJ Foreign, your favorite African. The Alkies are in the building today. This might get awkward. Our first special guest on the podcast.
I'm so excited.
What's up, Winnie? How you?
Good, how are you?
I told you I was going to bring something a little closer to what you might be familiar with. We're going to get into that later.
Finally, you did some work.
I did some work because usually with all the content, so I said, you know what? Let me pull a couple of cards real quick, and we can do, you know what I mean? And we can walk like trophies out here, man. We got a special guest in the building today. A hand clap for my girl, man. HoodCelebrity is here, all the way from the Bronx by way of Jamaica. What's going on, sis?
I'm outside. I'm in a building.
All right, welcome to Boston. I know you're not a stranger to Boston though.
Oh hell no.
No. From Walking Trophy days, you've been out here a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Big shout out to Boston for always showing me love. Y'all see the vibes.
Yeah, we show you hella support. How you been? How's everything with you?
I've been great. Everything's been good.
You looking good? You shining?
Thank
Got the
you.
fur on? Like, come on, can I get a
Listen,
50?
it's cold in Boston. You know, it's a little warmer where I was at, but it's cold out here.
I was about to ask you for $50 real quick. You know what I'm saying? But now you out here because as we record this real quick, because this is gonna go on the podcast, of course. You are on a tour right now.
Correct.
With Rotimi. Is this like how many dates are we doing on this?
Well, me personally, I'm gonna do I think like 7 dates with him.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. And first one is today. In Boston.
In Boston. I'm
Brighton Music Hall.
super excited.
Brighton Music Hall. I like the venue because it's a smaller, intimate venue, so the energy just carries over. Like
that's dope.
As soon as you hit the stage, if you're performing like I know that you are, it's gonna go crazy. And I know you love performing too,
I love
right?
Performing, yeah.
All right. So talk to us about this new song that you got out right now, man.
Yes, I got a new record out called Good Girl, which is going crazy right now all over, taking over New York, of course, out here. You guys getting familiar with it. And a record that my fans really, really love. You know, like every music that I make, I really do it from the heart.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So Good Girl, if you ask me, is one of the biggest record out right now. We just, getting warm up with it. And
I'm a little tight. I was talking to my girl Winnie about this. I'm a little, like y'all chicks got to chill. Y'all got to relax a little bit.
I was loving it because I was like, yes,
Thank
girl,
you.
you cheat, I cheat. Let's go. Like,
Talk your
who can cheat better?
You
Me.
see the vibes? You see the vibes? Nah, people love that record, especially like, you try to play me like a fool, yeah?
Yep.
You know, like us females, like that's how we
But
feel.
why
like,
cheat? Just leave.
No. Sometimes cheat when they cheat, but I can feel good.
Nah,
I like your energy. Like, I'm going to give you what you give me. So.
Yeah, Winnie like it. Listen, Foreign. Winnie like it, so I think we'll go with it.
I'm not with this,
You're
man.
not
Like,
the
there's no
audience
need.
for
If
this
I
one,
cheat, just
Foreign.
leave me.
You know
Just
what it
go.
is,
You ain't
sometimes,
gotta.
like, even for like some people take your kindness for weakness. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So even when I was writing the record, I know that record was gonna hit because anybody could relate, and it could be for relationship, it could be family, friends, anybody. Like you try to play me like a fool, like you really think you too cool.
But women can't cheat and go back to their man, though. This is my problem.
What do you mean? They do it all the time.
No, they can't.
That's not true.
They can't.
Listen,
Guys cheat
women
with no emotion.
No, women cheat smarter.
Yo.
That's the difference. When a
Nah,
woman
bruh,
cheat, you're not
I'm
gonna know.
not jacking that.
Unless the only way
No.
you find out a woman cheat, unless you don't want to be
I'm not
with you. no
jacking
more.
that. Dudes can go fuck whoever we want. Fuck.
That's
we can
not
meet.
true.
It is. We can meet a chick downstairs right now. Fuck and never think about her again. Y'all gotta have emotion into
No,
it.
let me tell you
You
something.
gotta have a little. Okay.
Well,
you gotta
for-
talk to me sometime,
well,
and then
for
now
me-
y'all attached.
For me, yes, I gotta have emotion for me to even be attached to anybody. But trust me, I'm around like certain females that they will do you the same shit right back. They're even worse than you.
You don't need friends like that in your life.
No, I never said friends. Nobody come mix me up. Just people
You
in
don't
general.
need friends like that. I'm gonna say it like that, like straight. Like you need to get rid of them. They're gonna ruin your relationships forever. We cannot cheat on each other. There can only be one cheater in the room. That's it. There's
Let
not
me
enough
ask you a
space for
question,
two.
right? And I
Go
want you
ahead.
to be very honest.
Go
And
ahead.
for Winnie too. But as a dude,
Go.
I really, it's not gonna be a question. Well, let me ask you the question first, right? Who do you think are more savage, women or men?
More savage women.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because
you're
what you said
absolutely right.
what you said earlier is true. That
And
y'all
you're
know
absolutely right.
what's sloppy with ours.
Yo, you're dumb.
Y'all always get caught.
What's sloppy? You know
Y'all
what I
always get
mean?
caught.
We'll cheat Tuesday. By Friday, everything's already on the table.
Correct.
Y'all would cheat on Tuesday. We don't find out until 2024 that you did something to us. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not with that vibe. But I was listening to the song and I felt a kind of way, man.
Well, that's probably because you've cheated
Yes,
before,
of course it is. Of course it is. Of course.
See, Winnie hit it on the nail, Foreign.
Listen.
That's why.
Foreign is fake divorce. Like, he's been separated for like 7 years.
Why you got to
from
do
his
all
wife.
this for?
And like, they were doing the same thing. They were like, who could cheat better, right?
Yeah.
And Foreign lost that game, so that's why you felt the type of way.
Oh, so
Listen,
Foreign, they get caught. Foreign.
Yo, listen, I'm married, but I've been separated for like 7 years. Officially, I am single. You know who I learned it from?
That's dope.
From her. because she talks about that you're a virgin. Hold on. She says she's a virgin. Hold on. This is where I learned it from. She says she's a virgin, and if she has whack sex, she's still a virgin.
It don't count.
So for me, I'm married, but we've been separated long enough. I'm single. I don't need to sign no paper.
May I get a check? You got that.
But talk about that. Is that true though? Like, how we doing this? Are you really a virgin in these streets?
There's no way you're a virgin.
Listen, huh?
You're not a virgin.
What do you mean?
There's no way you're a virgin.
I just told you if the sex is whack, it don't count. I'm telling you.
But you had sex though.
So you've never had good sex, basically.
If it's whack, oh no, you can't give me bad sex. You crazy, girl?
Talking about it.
No, so like, let us know. What do you mean by that? Like you're not a virgin, obviously, but when
I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin.
Is that what you tell your mom and dad?
100%.
Mom thinks she's still a virgin.
Oh, yeah.
But if you have whack sex, then it doesn't count. So
I really believe that.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
You know how they say, like, listen, this is America.
Talk to
like
me.
females, we really run this. Like in general, anything woman do. You can't tell a woman what to do with her
said it.
body. So if the sex is whack, I'm not counting it. Period.
Honestly, I'm with her.
I'm telling you.
Also, don't count.
I'm not counting it.
Don't.
I don't even want to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be true, but we still did. I remember.
But you see, dudes, that's because
I'm going back to my mom's name. I'll be like, yeah.
Because you know what? You came. That's why you remember it.
I'm out here bragging about it. I'm leaving Hood's crib like, what?
Nah.
So I'm walking like a trophy for real, cuz. I don't care what happened upstairs.
If I didn't come, it doesn't count.
What?
Yep.
Yo, what is this nonsense, cuz? Yo,
Every day we make up new rules, right?
This might get awkward for real. I don't believe in that. I do not believe in take for tack relationships unless we're doing good for each other. I think if we have sex, one of us it's not my fault that y'all can't, you know what I mean, get there, and I was able to get there. Like sometimes y'all be taking too long to get there, man.
No, it's your fault for not getting us there.
No, but I'm saying if I'm over here putting in work for 2 hours, what you want me to do? Like you get 50 pumps like Bernie Mac said, man. After that, we done. It's a wrap. Count them bitches if you want to. I gotta go. I got things to do. Baby moms is waiting for me. I can't be here all day with you.
Dirty.
I told you I'm a savage.
You have no idea.
Nah, don't tell her nothing. Come on, I'm a good guy. But that's dope. I mean, the song is really lit, and I like the way even on your social, you really your music really connects with people. I've been on your lives a couple of times, and you're almost like a therapist, low key.
Boy,
that's how I feel. Like sometimes you're over there and you're really telling people.
On live, I used to come off and have to pray. Like I would really get drained because you're dealing with different energy and different people and different vibe. And sometimes like my fans, and these are my fans, like they would take me so deep that is like it put me in a little sunken place. Then I have to help. When I'm helping somebody, like it drained you.
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Okay, go ahead.
So it drains me, and like and I'm an empath too. Like if somebody feels something, like if you come in here and you're having a bad day, I know it's weird, but I can tell.
You can feel
it.
I
pick up that energy. If you're in a good vibe, good mood, like I pick up that energy too. So, I mean, I really because you know what it is? I never had nobody that was a therapist to me, if that makes sense. Like I grew up and I had to, if I didn't know something, I would get my ass whooped. You know what I mean? It was nobody like sitting you down and counseling you like, yo, don't do this, don't do that. If you touch that, it's gonna burn. It was like, if you touch that, it burn, boom, you get your ass whooped.
And that's Jamaican parenting, though.
Correct.
That's really even African parenting. It's kind of like,
course,
you know
it's
what I mean?
very similar.
Yeah, very, very similar.
So like me being able to learn from my mistakes and still learning from the things that I do.
Yeah.
And being able to help somebody that I really don't know. Like that's like a big thing. Like, and these are people who really go through real life stuff. Like my record, A Daughter's Cry. Like I had fans that was reaching out to me like, oh my God, you saved my life today. I was gonna kill myself. And sometimes they just throw it on you like that. I'm like, oh whoa.
I mean, that's a lot of pressure though.
Yeah, and I'm
like for you to be like, damn,
yourself?
like my lyrics can really make people like feel a way where they stop themselves from doing something like that.
I have a fan that she's like 50 years old. Like she's like older than my mom. And when I tell you she don't miss no events, like I'm talking about like birthdays, Christmas, like she really buys me things. Like I had a housewarming thing. She bought me gifts, sent it to my house. Like
oh my
it was
God.
like,
really?
it was like that deep because she was like, she's in her 50s. This is a grown woman. She's like, yo, you really saved my life, my relationship. When I heard Daughters Cry, like I had to go and fix the relationship with my ex-husband, and you made me fix the relationship with my father. And I'm like, whoa, like how much just me in general and as a person, as an artist, like could impact somebody's life where it changed their mind from doing.
Who's there for you though? I know music is therapy, but who's there for you though?
Honestly, like right now, like I feel like it started with me. Because everybody was there for me. Like, not really, like, when I say everybody, I mean, like, people that really love me. Like, I got my team.
Yeah.
My cousin. I have a cousin that she's, like, my best friend. She's, like, my mentor.
Okay.
Then I have my mom, she's there when she can. And I say, like, it really started with me because no matter what people tell you, you could tell me or give me the best advice, and then I leave and I go do something total opposite. So it really
and sometimes you got to do that to learn in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it really started with me. Like, really sitting down and just start checking myself. Like, yo, you need to chill.
Yeah.
Like, that's whack.
Yeah.
Like, that's bad. Like, you holding a grudge towards this person, like, go fix it. Like, it really started with me checking myself.
And I mean, and again, we talk about you being Jamaican. I'm African. Your dad is Lebanese.
Yeah.
So we all kind of have this immigrant, immigrant parents parent different. You know what I mean? You coming from Jamaica at 12 years old, you coming over here, so it's completely
different.
Different. You know what I mean? You in sunny weather, palm beaches, you know what I mean? It's always nice out there. And then you come to a spot where it's like cold, where you have to wear a fur jacket and all of this.
Yeah.
Talk about that transition. Was that a shocking moment, like a culture shock for you?
It was different for me, but then I kind of like, even when I was in Jamaica, I always wanted to come to America.
Gotcha.
Like, it was like a dream. Like,
Yeah.
So, I always had family that was here. So when they would come down, I'd be like, oh my God, like, put me in your suitcase.
Take me
like,
back with you.
Take me back. Or
Yeah.
my same cousin, the one that she's a mentor, she used to come visit Jamaica. And I used to be like, yo, how was America? Or I watch like the TV and see them with jackets and the snow. You see the snow falling, it looks so pretty. But then when
So
I come
you
here,
get
I'm
here
like,
and you're driving,
when
and
I
you're
come
like,
here,
yo,
I'm like,
I want
this
this
shit's dirty.
Yeah, I spun out the first time when I drove
And
out
that's
here in the
nothing.
winter.
When I was in Jamaica,
Oh, my God.
nobody couldn't tell me that money not grow up on tree.
Yeah.
I say my grandmother be like, yo, you think
Yeah.
money grow up on tree? When
Yeah.
I off it, you think money grow up on tree? And I'm like, yeah, like money grow on the tree up there. Like in America, you get whatever you want. But then when I come, I'm like, yo, damn, this shit is harder than Jamaica.
Oh,
It's hard.
Yeah,
It's
It's hard. I take my kids back home and I make sure to take them home every once in a while just so they can see, number one, not the struggle, but just to see how people are happy with so little.
Correct.
Like you see kids running around with no shoes and nothing and everybody smiling, and that's the way we grew up. And I try to show them, like, you guys are, okay, cool. You can get a job in McDonald's when you're
Correct.
16 and everything, but that's just a way to me to
Correct.
just get you into the matrix and just kind of
Correct.
be part of the machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, that was definitely different. And I say like the school. For me, school was different too. Because, Jamaica, everybody speak the same language. Like you come here, you hear Spanish, you hear different language. I'm like, what are they saying? Like it was kind of, Jamaica, you have a problem with a friend, their parents just coming to your parents and they fix it. Up here is like, yo, we got beef. Like
Exactly.
we gonna jump her 5 minutes after, see me 5 minutes
see you
after school. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
We got beef.
Yeah.
But, that's like the only different thing about it. But other than that, it was easy for me to adjust.
And then your upbringing, of course, I think I heard you say your great-grandmother was very
I
much
was
into
raised by my
church.
grandmother, yeah.
So you was in church a lot. Do you feel
Yeah.
that's where you got your music, like the inspiration to do music from?
Not really. I just feel like my family have so much musicians. Like, it's a lot of musicians in my family. Like, everybody, either you hear my uncle freestyling or my cousins freestyling. Like, my mom singing, my grandmother singing. Like,
You was always surrounded
I
by
was
music.
always surrounded by music. So
Okay.
I feel like that played a big part.
Now, I'm sure mom also into church heavy?
Yeah.
So when she started seeing you kind of doing the music that you're doing now, what they would call secular music, you know what I mean?
My mom, at first, she wasn't like I remember telling my mom, like, I'm gonna quit my job. She thought I was a lowlife. Like, she said, Jesus Christ, I can't believe. Then I had my uncle telling her, like, yo, she make you look bad,
Yeah,
boy.
you gotta send her back
this don't
home.
look good. My mother told me, Jesus Christ, I can't believe. You said that girl is great. I'm like, what am I doing? She's like, listen, she's like, hard my work.
Yo, man, that's the same talk my mom's and them said.
Couldn't be something
Fam.
different. You want to be an artist? You couldn't be a nurse, a doctor.
A doctor,
That's
dentist,
like my other
yes.
cousins, that's what they used to do.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you growing up as a Jamaican kid, it's like, what you want to be? You have to say doctor, nurse, or lawyer.
Yeah.
If not, you getting your ass whooped. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, he's like, oh, damn, you a low life. Like, what are you trying to be? So my mother's like, what you want to be? And I'm like, I want to be an artist, I want to sing. I remember the first time telling my mom I want to go to Apollo. She looked at me like, no, that girl is ungrateful. Then they start telling like your father wasn't there. I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
Packing your bags and everything.
I think for her, it was like when I told her I was quitting my job, she was like, hold on, this I get too
What were you doing
serious.
for work?
I was working in the clothing store on Fordham Road.
Okay.
It's called Capo Fashion.
Okay.
So I was like, getting people dressed. Like you would come there with a hat. I would find your outfit, jeans, shirt, like just, whatever
Low-key
to match.
stylish.
So for my mom, that still wasn't enough, but it was good,
You was being productive. You
Correct.
wasn't running the streets and nothing like that.
Well,
yeah.
I was running the streets too.
But she didn't know.
But No, she didn't.
Yeah. It'll be over for you.
No.
You'll be in Jamaica right now. Hood celebrity who? Send her back to your uncle. I know the vibe, yo. I know the
My
vibe.
family was very. I say this to people all the time because you know some people be like, nah, I was always outside. I was always getting lit. My family was very strict. Like my great grandmother was very strict. My curfew was right after school. Like it wasn't
go nowhere.
No, it wasn't no 5 o'clock. It was you get out of school. The school was like 10 minutes from my house. Good 10-minute walk. 15 the most if you book your tour on your way home. But other than that, like you had to really from school to house. The most I would go was on the veranda.
That's
I
it.
don't know if you guys know veranda.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the most like I would go. Like
And they never let you out your sight. And sometimes I feel you got to let people like live a little. Because it's like once they find the free.
I ran away when I was
saying?
16. Like when I was 16, I was like, I had enough.
Yeah.
Like my friends was like, yo, your mom is wild. You know American.
Plus
so
you
your mom
seeing
is
them.
wildin'.
You see them outside having fun. And you like, I want to be outside
like,
too.
They was in my ears. So when they be like, yo,
Of
come on, let's
course.
do like a sleepover. Let's go party. And I'm like, I can't. They're like, oh, your mom is wild and your mom is whack.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, me being Jamaican, I'm listening to my American friends like, your mom is whack.
And you think you can go back and talk to them like that? Yeah, who y'all talk to? Like,
some look at and be like, yeah, that's what my friend them say, walk. Where just sir?
Yeah, man, I remember that. I mean, being influenced because when you come here, it's very relaxed. You know, the way they raise children here is very
It's
relaxed.
really different.
And then they have DCIF, so you know what I mean. You smack a kid, all of a sudden you in jail. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Back home, you getting run over by cars. They don't give a damn. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do it to him again.
Yeah.
He needs to learn a lesson. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of the struggles, like you come over here, so you kind of get acclimated to the environment. You start doing music and stuff like that. Your music starts. I think you started doing more hip hop though, like because
when I first started, I was doing like well, my first mixtape was called Trap versus Reggae.
Got you.
Where I was, you know, doing patois but on hip hop beats.
Yeah. And then after that, we know the Jamaican culture. Sexuality. Can we talk about this real quick and have an honest
Of course.
like, how did you overcome that? Because in Jamaica especially, like that kind of, like, it's really looked down upon. And I always thought when you first came out, I was like, how is she getting over this? Like, there'll be DJs who will be like, I won't even play your music because I think you're one way or the other. How did you overcome all that? How did you even say like, damn, bro, like I'm going to do dancehall, I'm going to do reggae. How am I going to be accepted? Did you even think about that at all?
Nah. Because
At all?
honestly, like, I'm a Cancer, like, and I believe very much in horoscope. My mom always tell me, like, you're so
Me too.
outdated. Like, my mother always tell me, like, you're so you're just, for me, look, you don't care. I love me, I beat you, you still tell me the truth. So I was always, like, I think I was the person who just never really care, like, at all.
Got you.
Like, it's like you really have to hit me where it hurt, if that makes sense. Like, you
I
gotta
got you.
talk about my mom or like my great grandmother, like, you know, not giving people any ideas now, but you gotta really hit me where it hurt. And when I first started, like, honestly, I really didn't care. I always tell myself, like, what I like doesn't define me as a person.
Gotcha.
Like, you know, it doesn't define my music. It doesn't define, you know, the artist that I am and the great music that I put out there. Unless you're just a shallow person and a weird, weak-minded person, that you would judge somebody based on their sexual preference or who they want to date or who they screwing in the bedroom. So I didn't make my music. I didn't go in the studio and be like, oh, like, I'm going to say girls. I like girls. And I'm going to say I want a threesome. I'm going to say I like, I didn't do my music like that. I just really love music. I went to school for music. And when I went into the studio, every time in the studio, I always just be productive and just try to put out great energy music.
That's dope.
And I feel like, I always say, like, music could change people's life. Like, I could listen to certain songs and get in a bad mood. I could listen to certain songs and get in a good mood. And my music, it really I don't go in the studio and be like, oh, I'm going to make a song about girls today. Or I'm going to make a song about guys.
There's no intent
like,
behind it. You just kind of go with the vibe.
Correct. And I just make good music and express how I feel.
That's dope.
So I never really care how other people think.
And I love that you got accepted. I really, I'll be honest with you. When you know, I got familiar with you when I started hearing Walking Trophy and all them kind of tune. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, bro, like they not gonna support this lady, like because they feel like she's a certain way. And honestly and truly, maybe because you didn't care, nobody else cared, unless you had some hurdles.
People tell me that a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't feel like anybody ever came with backlash. I didn't see no blogs being like, oh, why we support, you know what I mean? And you know how some people can be.
Everybody that really like supported, from the Bobby Condas, the Jobbers.
Everybody.
Every DJ, the DJs in New York, because I feel like it's all about energy too. Like, that's like me looking at you and be like, oh, who you sleep with? Like, I don't like your wife. I don't like the fact that you got divorced. I don't like the fact that...
I am single. I am single.
No, I'm not saying you have a wife.
Stop spreading these rumors, guys.
Like
I am single.
Like, you know what I mean? Or me looking at a person like, oh, you had sex before you got married, so I'm not going to listen to your music because God said that's a sin. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really judge, and I don't judge people. Like, I try my best not to. And if I ever catch myself judging somebody, it don't matter. Like, not even about their sexual preference, just in anything they're doing. I always try to look back in that mirror at myself because, you know, no one knows you better than yourself.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's
and
a fact.
only you know what's up,
Yeah.
you know, when you look in that
Whether
mirror.
you're doing good or doing bad.
Correct. So I always try to look back at myself and be like, who are you, you know?
Yes.
To judge this person.
Yes. I love that, man. You know the vibes. It's HoodCelebrity. We're in here, man. Foreign Winnie. This might get awkward. So HoodCelebrity, you get popping. You signed to KSR. Tell me how that came about.
KSR. Number one, let me say KSR, the label. Big up to my guy, Shaf. We got Shaf in the building.
He
Big
in
up to
the
my boy
building.
Josh. We got Josh in the building.
They in
But
here.
KSR came about, at the time, my friend, she was signed to Shaf. And, you know, just me being around and seeing, you know, what he did for her and seeing how they move. I was just like around them just to support her and, you know, moving with her, going on tours and stuff like that. And one day.
And her is the her I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna say no names.
Nah, it's cool. It don't
You
really
sure?
matter. Cardi, yeah.
Okay.
And then one day, I was talking to my boy Swift and Jay, and they was like, yo, Shaf want to sign you. Like, and I'm like, oh, shoot. At first, I was shocked. I'm like, whoa. Then I'm like, let me holler at her first, you know, because that's my friend. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm stepping on nobody's toes.
Of course.
So I remember calling her, and I'm like, yo, KSR want to sign me. Like, what you think? She was like, hell yeah. Like, they dope. Like, they're going to do good for you. Like, you know, you just got to be patient. Like, I remember this like it was yesterday. She was like, you just got to be patient. Don't worry. Like, you know, they're going to do good for you. And I'm like, okay, dope. And I'm like, yo, how is, you know, Shaf? Because I've always, like, known Shaf for just being around her.
Gotcha.
But never really, like, know him like that. Like,
As far as the business and anything
correct.
like that. Okay.
Yeah. And we, you know, we had a couple conversations, did a meeting, and I signed with them since then.
That's dope. And y'all been running.
Yeah.
Gunning. How
Yeah.
did it feel when you first heard your song on the radio?
When I first heard my
Who's
song
the
on the
first
radio,
call? Who's the first call you made to when you heard your song on the radio?
My mom. My mom.
And what'd you
I
tell
remember
her?
calling my mom. I was like, Mommy, we're gonna be rich. You know, like, as an artist, especially when you're just getting started, you think like once you're on the radio, you think you're rich. Like, that's it. Like,
But
that was
also
always my thing.
at the same time, you know, you almost feel like you disappointed her from quitting the job and telling you gonna be an artist. And
No. I always be like, yo, watch. Like, cause I know my mom. I'll be like, yo, watch. This is gonna pay off. Watch.
And what would she say when you say that?
She's like, my daughter, liar. I say, yo, mommy, turn the radio. But I'm on the radio rich. And she's like, boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Then she hit me with the Jamaican thing. My alias no say I gonna make it.
I believed in you all this time.
Alias. My daughter, me, listen, me just single mother, you know. You know, say me just single
told
mother.
everybody.
Yeah. I'm like, here she go. This her contract. She making her contract.
Hey, yo, mom is wild.
When
bro.
did her attitude switch towards your music?
She Jamaican, so when the music started making money, like when she seen that this was a living, this was like because you know, like I feel like for parents, like they just want to make sure like you're gonna come out to be something good. My mom is probably used to, you know, seeing her friends them saying that they want to do music. Because then I have aunties that told me, I have my auntie that told me the other day, my niece, no, some do music too. We used to go to studio. So my mom probably was growing up seeing that and never seen anyone take it serious.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
I have a lot of musicians in my family, but no one really took it serious, like how I stayed consistent. You know, some people just do it and then nothing happened for them in like a year or two and then they stop. So when she seen, and she always say this, like when she seen that I was really taking it serious, I was like locking in my room. I had a little box room. I was in the projects and I was really locking in that room, like really making songs. Like my friends gonna be like, yo, we out tonight, we gonna party? And I'd be like, nah, I'm over here writing. So when she seen that I was taking it serious, she's like, oh, this girl is really treating this like a job. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like, she really treating this like a job.
It's not a joke thing.
It's not a joke.
Yeah,
It's not just
yeah.
like her. Because
A
I remember
hobby.
like Shop and them told me like, yo, you gotta quit. Like you gotta quit your job. Like we're gonna give you, you know,
How was
bread
that, though?
to pay your bills and stuff. Huh?
How was that? How was that feeling? Was you scared?
It was
Yeah,
scary.
Of course.
Hell yeah, it was scary because I'm independent. Like I'm not used to nobody.
And now it's almost like you're depending on somebody else to kind of,
Correct.
yeah.
I'm not used to nobody
That's
like, you
wild.
know, taking care of me. Like I'm used to my mom waiting for me to, you know, pay her stuff. Like, cause I'm the one that was taking care of my family.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I've been taking care of my family before HoodCelebrity, Tina. So when my mom would need, like, you know, hence to meet with the bills, I would have to make those ends meet. So that's why I was like, whoa, like what I'm gonna do now. But you know, he told me he was gonna do what you do, and he really stick by that.
Yeah.
And they was giving me that money all the time.
You know, I like it when I see the execs of the label moving around with their artists. You know what I mean? That means they invested in it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes labels either get too big or you got so many artists that you're spread thin. So you start sending this assistant with this one, somebody who don't really know you. Y'all walk in here like y'all knew each other for years, but come to find out, oh, no, we only knew each other like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
And it's weird.
And it's weird like that. But they stayed solid with you and they really pushing your music, which is dope. I mean, from walking, I can start naming them just back to back to back. And you're staying consistent. That's the thing. And you're staying relevant.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes some people do some tune. The tune is big. You know, dancehall's in a weird state now where like these new kids is coming in, they give you one big tune and then they gone. You never see them again. You know what I mean? And it's the ones who are always consistent and you've embraced social media. You know, let's talk even about the fashion.
Yeah.
From you know, God works in mysterious ways because he probably put you into that store to kind of be a stylist.
That's so true.
Kind of prepping you for.
I was talking to my boy about that yesterday. I was talking to Josh about that. I was like, yo, you know, he's like, yo, sis, you be picking on some fire fits. And I'm like, yeah. Because, like, every time I go, like, somewhere, people be like, oh, who styled you? And sometimes I really style myself. Like,
yeah.
And they be like, yeah? And I'm like, yeah. But that job really helped with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I was so used to styling other people. Like, even sometimes I get caught up. Like, I'll go places with Shaf and I'll be like, yo, Shaf, no, you got to put this with that. And what size are you? I think you're going to be a 34 in those pants.
Is Shaf's drip your drip right now?
No, that's his drip.
Okay, that's his drip.
That's his drip. But I be telling him, like, yo, you're 32 in these, right? Or you're 34. Like, I'm so used to it because I worked that job for 9 years.
Oh,
and
wow.
the first, I say, like, my 4 years in, after that, I hated it. But I couldn't, you know.
It was a way to, a means to end.
Correct. And then I couldn't work no other job because I didn't have certain papers. Like, you know, like, I was really in a big movie, like. So I was like, you know what? I just have to really love this job because it's the only job I could get.
Gotcha.
And that's what was helping my mom pay her bills.
That's dope. What is Hood, aside from music, what else is it that you love to do that fans may not know that you like to do?
I really love playing ball. I love playing basketball.
Basketball, okay.
I love bike riding.
Okay.
I love working out. I'm very athletic. Like,
yeah, I
noticed
that.
Sports.
Like, where did that come? Were you playing a lot of
sports?
sports?
Since I was a little girl. Like, I used to play I grew up around a lot of boys, so I used to play every sport. From cricket, you know, cricket is baseball in Jamaica. Yeah. So from baseball.
I know the same thing, but similar.
Yeah, so we used to play cricket. I used to play volleyball. Like, I think it's no sports that I'm not good at. I don't think it's any sports that I'm not good at. Like,
okay.
Even if I don't know, once you show it to me one time,
you're that natural that you can pick it up. Oh, that's dope.
So I'm very athletic.
Okay.
And I'm a person that just really love to have fun. And I think my fans, they starting to know that.
And I think they've been known that. Because I think that's what transitions into your music, into your lyrics, you know what I mean? The type of energy that you put out on a song. Like, you could tell by the energy, it's a fun vibe, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I'm not hard to please with certain things. Like, I'm not the girl that you be like, oh, I got to take in a vacation and we got to go over here. And, like, I really don't care. Like, as long as it's something fun to do and something I can be, like, you know, athletic, I'm good.
That's dope. That's dope. Good Girl is out right now?
Good Girl is definitely out right now.
All streaming platforms?
All platforms.
Is
iTunes,
this
Apple Music,
Is this a setup for an album on the way, a project on the way? What we doing?
Yeah, definitely coming out with my album. I'm really, like, I was thinking about releasing it on my birthday, but I'm really not rushing it. Like, I feel like, you know, as an artist, I'm still growing. At first, I was like, Shaf, I need to drop my album right now. Like, but I'm not really rushing to drop my album. I feel like my fans
Take your time with it.
Yeah, I'm not rushing no more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not looking at nobody else's progress. Like,
how many tracks are we thinking of? Are we kind of there yet?
Maybe like 15, 20.
Okay. Okay. So a nice.
The album is done. The album been done. But like I said, I'm, you know, taking my time.
Can we get an exclusive here on This Might Get Awkward? What are the features like? I heard you got an African feature on there. Afrobeat feature.
Yeah, I definitely have an African
Nobody,
feature.
Don't look at them. Nobody told me. I do my research.
I'm like, huh?
I do my research.
Okay, foreign. Yeah, I definitely do.
Can we talk about who? Oh, let's do this.
I want to give you a surprise.
All right, let's do this. How big is that artist? Like, are they major?
Big,
okay.
Big.
Are they from West Africa?
He's big.
Okay, he's West African.
Big,
is he
big.
from Ghana or Nigeria?
Big.
Let her live.
He's Nigerian. It's Nigerian. Hold on, I'm getting to this. It's Nigerian.
You're gonna love it.
Does his name start with a D and end with an O?
You're gonna love it.
Okay, it might be. I'll tell you who it is on the side.
Oh my God.
I promise you're gonna love it.
And the album is done.
You're gonna love it. Yeah, the album is definitely done.
We just
waiting.
waiting
And if I'm putting like the features I'm putting on the album is really gonna be like not just an artist that I think like, oh, this person is just big. It's an artist that I believe in and they sound good.
Okay.
Because I feel like a lot of times like
people just do features to do features.
Artists in the feature, and if the fans is not feeling the song and you guys don't connect, it doesn't really work.
So how do you do that? How do you connect? Especially, I'm assuming this was kind of built up during the pandemic, right?
The person that is on the even like the African artists we talking about, I really like his music.
Okay.
Like,
and how was
his
this? Was this management reach out to them? Let's see if we can connect.
Correct.
Like, did you guys do it in the studio?
Correct.
Was most of this album done
He did
during
his part in the studio.
Got you. And then you guys just kind of sent him back and forth?
Correct.
That's
but
dope.
I was always supporting him, on social media.
That's dope.
Like, always seen his other big features that he does that he sounds really good. So it was very easy.
And you're a big artist,
I have
too.
a Jamaican artist, too, that's on there that people that's going to be on the album, I'm really fans of their music.
Good. I like that. And that makes you more apt to just work with them more easier, you know what I mean? Because you already kind of know their style. If you're a fan of them, you kind of understand their sound and their music. But
and I know a song they would sound good on.
But don't downplay yourself. People are saying yes to you because you're kind of a big deal too.
In real life?
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Who's celebrities in the building? All right, I got one question. Are we going to do the awkward questions real quick?
We can.
All right, I'm going to start it out and then you got the rest.
Okay.
What's the most awkward thing that's happened to you on the road while performing? Most awkward thing.
The most awkward thing that happened to me on the road while performing, I never forget this shit. This girl put her hands in my panties. Like, literally.
Oh
like,
my
I swear to God. And I
God.
jumped. Like, when I tell you I jumped,
Like she
I
grabbed
jumped.
it?
Like, she put her hands in my pants.
Oh.
Like, literally, like, ah. Like,
Wrong.
and I jumped. Yo, was him making the noise? He said, bong.
I'm trying to visualize it, you know what I mean? Wow, and what'd you do? You didn't kick her in the chest like Kevin Gates and all that.
I jumped because I was shocked. Like, you know, they say sometimes don't ever say what you're going to do unless you're in that situation.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I never thought something like that would happen to me. So it's like, you know. And
Did you feel disrespected?
Of course, 100%.
And what'd you do? Get a kick? Like, you just let her live? Like, what happened?
No, of course. Like, I told you I jumped and, like, I mushed her hands, of course. But I'm not going to, kick a fan in the face now. God forbid and get a lawsuit.
Yeah, I know.
That's some
But they
shit I would
violated
do.
you, though. I think that would be justified.
Yeah, but I know
what
if
you're
I
saying.
violate her, it would probably be way worse than what she did to me.
I know.
No, that's smart.
Yeah, but
because
that's
she
not
has more
cool,
to lose
though.
than that girl.
No, but
Yeah.
that's not cool. We can't just be touching on people like that. You know what I mean? People
that was
have
like the weirdest.
You're artists and cool, but
that ever happened to me.
Well, that's the problem. I think sometimes like women feel like they have a past because if a man did
I
that,
think that's
it would
what
be
it was,
so
'cause
different. Yeah.
Then I was singing Inside. Inside is a freak.
Yeah.
So she probably see me like, I know what's inside.
Let me see what's inside.
Yeah.
You're like, no, not today. Not today. We can't do that today.
It was one of those, like, and when I perform, sometimes I feel like I'll be like, yo, Hood, you gotta chill because I really, like, my songs, I really go into character. Like, the way how I write it, the way how I feel before I wrote the song.
Yeah.
That's the attitude that I go into.
And let's be clear, you write all your own music.
Most of my music,
Okay,
yeah.
let's go.
I be having, my team in the studio sometimes and stuff
But
like
you're not
that.
just, they're not just giving you lyrics and you go in the booth and
No,
you.
hell no.
Nah, you're not Milli Vanilli out here. I like it. I like
Hell
it.
no.
I like it.
You can come to my studio sessions, you'll see.
Yeah. Nah, I've seen that. I've seen your creative process a little bit whenever you share it on the stories and stuff. Like I said, I've been a fan from them time that when you was doing those songs. And how many years ago was that? How long?
That was like 5 years ago.
Yeah. So and like I said,
years.
for even you to be relevant still in a space where it's so popcorn, it's so like you gotta give, you gotta keep
Everything is
feeding
fast
people.
food.
If you're
It's
not
like fast
feeding them,
food.
if you're not feeding them, they forget about you and move on to the next. And you've been able to stay relevant. I think a lot is because of your social. And you're such a character, you're such a personality. The energy comes through the screen, you know what I mean?
And I feel like sometimes I feel like my fans didn't really know how like fun I am until like COVID. I feel like COVID helped me to open up
perfect.
a lot. Like,
A lot.
I was
'Cause you
on
was on
socials.
there.
It's to the point that if I didn't go in there for like a day or two, they'd be like, "Is everything okay?"
You used to have,
Like,
I
are you
remember
feeling
you'd go live, and I think you'd be in not a club, but you'd be somewhere like a club type vibe, and there's like mad people just watching. I'm just over there chilling, and you over there dancing, and you're like,
Yep.
what was it at? You was at a hotel or something. I think you was at a W. I don't know where you was at. You was upstairs somewhere in a hotel room getting
Haiti.
ready.
I think it was Haiti.
That must have been
think it was
it.
Haiti,
Yes,
yep.
and you was on the hotel room getting ready. Your girl was in the back
Yep,
with you.
it was
I was
Haiti.
wilding. I was
Yep.
like, all right, this is the
Yep.
kind of, you know what I mean? Because people are home just
energy.
watching. I love it. I love it a lot. All right, give her the next offer.
Okay, so this podcast is sexual. You have lots of, sexual topics.
She ready.
What?
She's ready.
So one of my questions is, we were talking about this. Would you rather walk in on your mom having sex or have her walk in on you having sex?
Whoa.
Yeah, it's good.
My mom is a Scorpio.
Ooh.
She don't forget nothing.
Oh, y'all must get along.
She would take that to her grave. We definitely get along when we get along. When we don't get along, we don't.
Yeah.
I feel like my mom walking on me having sex, she would never forget that. Like, she would take that to her grave. I feel like every time we get into it, I see a nasty Even the position, you know, Jamaican baby like, I'm the position I'm catching out when you like you're growing. So I would rather walk it on her.
Okay.
I know I'm a Cancer. When I want to forget things, I could make it like that. This.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I can, if it disturbed me that much, I can blank it out and act like it never happened. Like I told you earlier. I act like it never happened. So I would definitely say I would rather walk in on her.
Okay. And obviously, you know, we talked about you being bisexual. How is that with your mom? Like, did she care? Was she?
I mean, at first, like, my mom, like, again, I'm always say, like, my mom is Jamaican, you know, Caribbean parents. Like, she always be like, you're too pretty. Because I understand if you're ugly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, that's not how this doesn't work this way. Like, you don't have to be ugly, like, you know? But at first, no. But then again, it's like, it's all about how you do things. You know what I mean? In anything you do. It don't matter what you like. Like, if you do things with class and have respect for yourself, how you carry yourself. I'm not outside slapping asses while I'm walking. I'm not on the train making out. Not say, you know, to each his own. That's what you do. But I'm not, like, doing anything that she's like, oh, this is distasteful. Like, you don't have no respect for yourself. And I think my mom will feel that way, whether I'm with a girl, whether I'm with a guy. It's just she will want me to respect myself as a human being.
Would you feel comfortable bringing a girl home, like, if you were dating her?
Yeah. 100%.
That's good. Cause I know what Lauren was saying. I know too much about Jamaican culture for a white girl. So
she's the date of Jamaican.
So I was interesting because I know, like, with, you know, being gay and stuff, it's like kind of taboo. So I was curious, like, how you felt about that personally.
Then again, it's like you gotta understand too, like, don't let people tell you, like, certain things, because I grew up hearing the same thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's not true.
Right.
Like, it's gay people, it's bisexual people, everywhere you go.
Exactly.
Every country. Some people more hide it than some. Some people are more out there than some. And some people are just more comfortable with talking about it and being about it more than some. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I
so it's, you know, it's those type of people everywhere.
100%.
Live your life, man. Be you. 100%.
You just gotta be you, because it could be somebody who is telling you, like, yo, that shit is not ill. Like, with anything you do, you could be like, yo, I like to get, you know, my booty eat, and people be like, ew.
Yeah.
And the person that's like, ew, they in behind closed doors doing that shit every
That's
day.
a
Like,
fact,
yeah,
though.
this is me.
That's a
right?
fact, though.
You know what I mean?
No,
But
you're right.
you might
That's
just
a
be
fact.
brave enough to talk about it.
Yes.
Like, you know, like with any positions, you know, some people be like, oh, they don't eat, you know, vagina.
Yeah.
Behind closed doors, they do that shit every day. They might like it more than the nigga who say he eat it.
100%.
But they don't feel comfortable talking about it. And sometimes you got to be careful about the people who always judging. They're
the biggest ones.
They be the worst behind closed doors. You be like, yo, because how I look at life and how I live my life is like, if somebody ain't bringing that to you, why does it bother you so much?
Yeah, it's
like,
my
you know
life.
What I mean?
Right.
Yeah, if you want to come in here and do certain things just because this is how you do it and
Facts.
it bother me,
Facts.
you kind of have to check me at first. Like, why does this bother you so much? You know what I mean?
And
What are
those
you
be the
insecure
people-
about?
Yeah, what are you insecure about? Because people who don't care, they could be friends with anybody.
Facts.
100%.
I know straight guys that are friends with gay men. And you probably, some people look at them like, I can't do that. But it's like that person know what they like. That person know who they are. When you know who you are.
And it doesn't change you from being a human being.
From nothing. When you know who you are, you know who you are. Now, as long as somebody's not disrespecting you with anything, whether it's a straight person, a gay person, as long as, even if you're straight, foreign, let's say I come in here and foreign just want to put his hands on my leg. I'd be like, whoa. And for the same thing with a girl. If I come in here and a girl want to put our hands on my leg, I'm like, whoa. Like, I do the same reaction because at the end of the day, it's like, did I give you permission to touch me?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like, now, if you're friends with somebody who likes the same thing and then they're bringing that to you and making you feel uncomfortable and touching you, then that's when you could be like, whoa, like, this ain't my type of, you know, this ain't my type of party. This is your type of party. You live your life, but this ain't me.
I like it.
And you're allowed to feel that way.
Yeah. Switching gears, who's an artist that you haven't worked with yet that you want to?
It's a few. I haven't worked with Drake. I would love to work with Drake. I haven't worked with Rihanna. I would love to work with Rihanna. I've been beasting to work with Cartel. We have a song, but you know, never really got a chance.
Is
to
he still in
release
jail?
Yeah, he's still locked up.
Yeah.
Free vibes, and I really like
Free
it.
vibes. Hardest working dancehall artist behind the wall.
In our real life,
I don't even
I
know.
would love to work with Popcorn. 'Cause, you know, he was one of the
Poppy.
first that was really supporting me when I first started. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's like a few more. I would love to work with Lady Soul, but you know, she's a Christian now, so.
I thought she denounced herself.
Huh?
Didn't she just denounce herself?
You lying?
Nah, this
So
happened
I'm
like
late. We might be up to
a
something.
couple of weeks ago. She was like,
guess
you
now you
know
can
what?
work
Y'all
together.
didn't want me to be a preacher or pastor anymore. I'm not a preacher or pastor anymore. Something was going on. Yeah, there was something serious that happened between. This is the time her and Spice were kind of going through her little thing.
Oh,
it
so
was her, Spice, and somebody else. Yeah.
I might send Lady Saw DM.
This was about a month ago. She was like, yeah, y'all don't want me to be a preacher? I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We might have to make a church song. You know what I mean?
You had that one more awkward question you had.
Okay.
I can't ask it.
What? Why can't you ask it?
I'm a dude.
No, you ask it.
No, hell
I'm making
no.
you ask it.
Please.
I forget what
I'm respectful.
I forget what it was.
I am respectful.
I forget what it was.
All right, we'll keep it moving. We'll shut down the interview. Ask your questions. You're the one who typed it.
Wait, hold on. I don't know what he's talking about, so I have to go look because I thought I had all of them.
It was would she rather give or?
Oh, would you rather get head or give head?
100% get.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a pillow princess. I always rather get than give.
Yeah.
Selfish.
Oh my God! Don't get me
selfish.
Yeah, he doesn't give, so that's why
I don't give. But
he doesn't
selfish.
give.
But that doesn't mean
that's
that I
why
can't
girls
get.
cheat. That's why girls cheat on you.
Whoa! We in a foreign.
Yo, hold on, no. You see? You see? She got comfortable.
You're going too far now. Winnie is a movie.
Things got awkward for real.
Sorry,
You know what?
Cheat, me not care, but still not do it.
Told you I don't play the tit for tat. If you cheat on me, it's over. It's a wrap. It's
That's
over.
it.
But hey, listen, I love that you came out here, love the energy. We were supposed to do this like on IG Live a few times, shouts to Ron. But I'm glad that we did this in person. Again, the show's tonight, Brighton Music Hall, Rotimi, you on the road.
Yes.
They're kicking off the tour today. Good Girl is out everywhere on all DSPs.
All platform, make sure y'all go get that.
Are we thinking that the album will drop this year, or what kind of just like, we'll figure that one out later?
I think it'll probably drop this year, but
okay.
No rush.
No rush. The album is on the way, probably 15 or so songs. Anything else you want to plug?
Make sure y'all go follow me on social media. HoodCelebrity, HoodCelebrity. Big up DJ for in real life. You don't know the vibes.
I forgot to ask you, why the name HoodCelebrity?
HoodCelebrity.
Where did
I
that
used
come
to work
from?
in this clothing store on Fordham Road. The same store I told you about earlier. And everybody know who I am. So my manager one day was like, yo, you really a HoodCelebrity. And I just put the name on socials.
What a unique name. Like that one got people thinking. Like I told a couple of my mans and I was like, yeah, I'm interviewing HoodCelebrity. He was like, okay, but who is the HoodCelebrity? I'm like, no. That's the name. I'm like, oh, I thought you meant like he's my camera guy. Because he's not really, you know what I mean? And he was like,
dope.
what? I thought you was talking like a HoodCelebrity. I'm like, nah, that's her name.
But y'all can call me Tina now.
Tina.
You know? Yeah.
Oh, okay. We switching up?
Yeah. So y'all
Okay.
can call me Tina. That's my real name, actually. Tina.
I heard you say that. So
Yeah.
are we switching it from HoodCelebrity to Tina officially?
Definitely.
The artist known as Tina.
Definitely.
Okay, go ahead with your Prince vibes. I see you. I see you. All right, but listen, I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
I know y'all got here dumb early, and I appreciate that as well. But yeah, we're going to keep running it up on this side.
In
you know what
real
I mean?
life?
Just make sure the dub them come. You know what I mean?
In
As
real
long as the
life?
dub them there, we good. You know what I mean? Shout out to the team as well. The whole team is here. I see, you know
Big
what I
shout
mean?
to KSR. We in the building.
Absolutely.
Ronnie, you see the vibes.
Absolutely,
Mad.
absolutely. It's vibes. You know what it is. This might get awkward. DJ Foreign, Winnie, we out?
Out.
We gone.
Say you want me fi come